Hi, I'm Stacy and welcome to Work Smarter, insight and tools to help you accelerate your fulfillment and success. Today we're talking about how to deal with negative coworkers. I think we always have at least one of those types of people in the workplace, and I think all of my clients have told me at least one story about somebody, so I think this is a super common situation to have to deal with. So let's talk about that. There's always at least one person. You might experience them as the person who plays the victim. Something's always being done to him. Or maybe it's the gossip queen. They're telling other people about your business. Maybe it's someone who's just difficult to work with. They're passive aggressive, they don't deliver on deadlines, they don't do what you ask, they're hard to get along with. And maybe it's just the downer, the person who just always focuses on the negative and complains about the terrible environment, what management isn't doing well. Well, you can't control other people, but you can control how you respond to them. And what that's going to come down to is communication skill, your assertiveness, and upholding your boundaries. Those are the three things you want to focus on. How do you want to do that? How does this play out? Well, first, spend as little time as possible engaging the negativity. This is easier said than done, but in the context of dealing with an individual, for example, make sure you're not lingering in the conversation. Make sure you're not giving sympathy. Make sure you're not encouraging the person. If you shut them down and they know that you're not receptive and playing back to what they're dishing out, then they're going to go find someone who is. And a quick way to do that is to say, hey, I got to jump on a call. Talk to you later. So find those exit statements that get you off the hook and that transition you away from that negativity. Another thing is bringing up the facts. If someone's saying all sorts of things, speculating, telling you somebody else's business, you could say, wow, that sounds extreme. Did you hear that as a fact, or is it something someone told you and you're just passing along? Another thing you can do is suggest that they go to another source. You can say, it sounds like you're really overwhelmed right now. You should go talk to your manager about what's going on for you. So redirect them to HR, their manager, whoever might be that better source instead of you. Another thing you can do is change the subject. You can say, well, I don't know about you, but I know I work better when we're talking about positive things. Tell me, what's one thing that's going well for you? If you are a manager or you're aspiring to be one, then one thing you can practice is coaching. How would you coach them on this? You could say, oh, well, that sounds like a really tough outcome. What could you have done differently? Or you shared a lot about what's not working, what you don't want, but what do you actually want? You could also say, what's one thing you can do today to turn this around? And then finally, make sure you're being honest. Don't pretend to be someone that you're not. That's not what the goal is here. One thing, for example, you could say is, John, when you make a negative comment like that, people are upset by it. Can you tone it down a bit? So you're being honest and authentic, but you're not directly yelling at someone or directly offending either. So that's where that assertiveness and the communication skills come into play, in the way that you acknowledge the positive and you switch them into a question that's going to get them focused on perhaps a solution or a better source for them. So I hope that helps. And I know those were a lot of dialogue examples. So if you want to know those more specifically, just scroll down to the transcript and you're going to see all of those words, those sentences there. So I hope that helps, and we'll see you again next time.